All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're on lesson 73, adding and subtracting decimals. And I'm here with Morgan. She's going to help me do our video today.
Hello, everybody.
All right, so, our objective for today is to add and subtract decimal numbers, use compatible numbers to estimate the solution to a problem. And we have no math vocab today, so what I would like for you guys to do is I want you to write on the vocab spot, Morgan Sweet is cool.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, Morgan, I'll let you read the math joke for today.
The math joke is, what is a math teacher's favorite summer?
All right. So here's our new concept for today. We are adding and subtracting decimals. And when you add or subtract money, we write numbers so that the numbers are vertically aligned, which means that basically we're lining the numbers up like this. And what's important is that we make sure that our decimal points line up. All right. And when we use decimal numbers in add and subtract, it's not always money, but money is just a good way to show you how to do it. So make sure that you see how all my decimals are lined up, and then all my numbers are also lined up as well. Okay. Whoops. All right. So look at example number 1. We have a triangle here that has decimals in their measurements. So say this is 4.3 centimeters and 7.6 centimeters and 12.5. And what we're going to do is that we need to line up our decimals and put them vertically so that they line up vertically. And so that's what they've done here. And then we can add from here. All right, make sure that you put your decimal, go straight all the way down to the sum. Okay, or the difference if it's a subtraction problem. And so as we add these together, we find that 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 6 more is 14. So we just put the 4 here and then carry the 1 into the 1 spot, okay? And so 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 2 is 7, plus 7 is 14. We carry the 1 again, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So we end up with 24.4. See how everything's nicely lined up, and don't forget the centimeters. All right. Example number 2, the roof was 6.37 meters above the ground, or 6 and 37/100 meters above the ground. The ladder could only reach 4 and 2/10 of a meter. The roof was how much higher than the ladder could reach? So we're going to subtract this, make sure you line everything up. And what we have to remember is that since it's only 4.2, we're going to add in our 0 here, because adding a 0 to a number makes no difference to the number. Okay, so we add the 0, and then now we can subtract. So 0 minus 7 is 7, 3 minus 2 is 1, and see how our decimals are lined up. We just put our decimal down there, and then we do 6 minus 4, which equals 2. Right? Don't forget to put your m here for meters. And example number 3, from the beginning of the trail to Hoagie Camp is 3.45 miles. From Hoagie Camp to the summit is 6.7 miles. How far is it from the beginning of the trail to the summit? So what we're going to do is we're going to add these two numbers together. And like I said, we can add a 0 here, because we could add a 0 to 6.7 in the hundredth spot, because adding a 0 on this side of the decimal doesn't mean anything. All right, so as we put our 0 in, 0 plus 5 is 5, 4 plus 7 is 11, carry the 1, 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 6 is 10. All right, and make sure that you line up your decimal point. And it is miles, so make sure that you put in your miles as well. All right, a garden snail is moving a distance of 14.63 feet and moves at a rate of 2 feet in 1 minute. The snail has already moved 8.71 feet. Estimate the length of time it will take the snail to move the remainder of the distance. All right, so we're trying to find out from, this is where he wants to get 14.63, and we are trying to see how far it takes for him to get to 8.71 feet. And if he could do 2 feet in 1 minute, so we just keep adding our feet in to figure out how long it's going to take him. So we can, it says here to estimate, that's what you want to look at first. And so we're going to use compatible numbers to figure that out. So 8.7 is kind of close to it's really close to 63 actually. So what we can do is just subtract it, 8 and 14, and what we find is that we have 6 feet left over. So it'll take the snail about 3 minutes per feet to move the remaining distance, because if we have 6 feet left to go, and it takes 2 feet for 1 minute, so 2 times 3, 6 divided by 2 is 3, so it's going to take about 3 minutes left for the little snail to get to the remaining distance. All right, now we are on our lesson practice. Remember, when you add and subtract decimals, you must line your stuff up. For G and H, show your work. Make sure that you line your decimals up. Remember, you want to do it vertically. And also, because some of these don't have the 0 at the end, make sure you add your zeros in, okay? And then letter I, we're going to estimate the perimeter of this square. So you don't necessarily have to use 2.4. You're going to use an estimated amount. All right? If you guys have any questions, feel free to write those questions on the back. And we will see you tomorrow. Say bye, Morgan.